Greetings, dolls. We're doing something a little bit different today. We're going to take a look at my old models because I have been VTubing for almost a year now. So I thought it'd be fun to take a look at all of the things because even though it's only been a year, I have a tendency to change my mind about things a lot. And as a result, I have 9 of these to go through. Now, here's the thing. Not all. I did not go through, like, literally every single one I've ever tried to make. I have excluded the ones that I did not complete at all, and I have excluded the ones that did not debut in a video or stream in any way. Specifically, my videos and streams, because I'm pretty sure a few of them have debuted in, like, another person's video or stream as like a Fuji Discord reactive thing. But I decided to exclude those because they did not debut on one of my streams. So we're going to exclusively be covering complete models, also any alternate outfits for a model. It does not count as an entirely new model. So, for example, I believe this one has an alternate, like, summer wear outfit, like summer nightlife outfit, but we're not going to cover the summer nightlife outfit because that's not a new model. That's just another outfit for him. And we're not going to be covering, like, the plushie Damien because I believe I only ever used him on other people's streams. We're not going to be covering, like, the version of this 1.0 model where he's, like, lounging in the chair because, once again, only ever used in a different person's streams. With all of that being said and done, let's begin. So, here's the first model. Is a Live 2D model, and I'm putting it in I regret making this, because he is very scuffed. I'm not really a fan of the style he was drawn anymore. I think it's still okay. The style is okay. He himself is proportions kind of weirdly even for, like, a more cartoony style. Yeah, he's going in I regret making this, and I think he might be the only one to go in there, because not only do I regret making this one because I don't like how he looks anymore, I also regret making him because for whatever reason, for my very first ever model, I decided to get the free trial of Live 2D, and I shouldn't have done that. What I should have done is I should have rigged him in the free version, got comfortable with that, and then made a better model using the free trial. So here's the thing. I ended up abandoning this one because I thought he looked too young. In fact, I believe the reason he looks like that is because he was meant to be an exact 3D replica of this one. So I tried my darndest to try and match the facial proportions, but because of Vroid's limitations, which all of my 3D models are Vroids, he just looks young. And I didn't like the fact that he looked so young. I didn't want to look like a teenager or a child. I wanted to look like a young adult like I am in real life. So the thing is that I also think he's very cute. I really like his little outfit. I think he's very cute. But because I have so much to complain about in terms of, like, the style of his face, I'm gonna put him in could be better. Even though, personally speaking, well, I don't know why I say personally speaking. If this were an OC, he'd be much higher, but because he's also meant to represent myself, he's kind of low. This next one, another Vroid model. I was really proud of him when I first made him, and I believe he actually has 2 versions of himself. He has, like, a 3.1 version and a 3.0 version. Actually, there's 3 of them, because this is 3.1 and this is 3.2. I didn't bother with 3.0 because I feel like I already know I prefer this one more, and there's not enough of a difference between the two to really justify him as an entirely separate option. And I do like him more than the little boy over here. But now I feel like I didn't push like the facial proportions in Vroid hard enough. So I'm gonna put him in mid. Now this one, he's technically a modification of the previous one, but I like him so much more because I pushed the facial proportions and like a lot of things much further with him. And as a result, he looks just very pleasant to look at. So he looks very pleasant, very 2D esque, despite being a 3D model. So he's getting put in God tier. This one, he has the same sort of problem as my first 3D model here, where I feel like I fudged up on the proportions. So his face looks a little too rounded and a little too young. This one is going in mid. I believe there was just like a period of time where I was messing around with how I draw hair. And as a result, I tried to draw his hair strands like individually. But I ended up deciding that I didn't actually like that style of drawing hair. And as a result, he gets bumped down. He is like the one and only PNG Tuber Plus model I actually completed, though, so that's interesting. This one, I'm gonna put you in could be better. Now, I believe the reason this one looks like that is because I drew him pretty much directly after I started watching the Castlevania shows, and as a result, I was trying my best to try and replicate those styles, which is why he looks kind of off. And it's also why, like, of all of these, you notice how when I do more solid line art, it's usually very thick. But this one is very thin line art because I was trying to replicate that style. And it's very clean line art because usually I'm very messy. I'm very messy, like with this one or this one, or even with these two down here. This one is kind of like a precursor to the next one coming up. We're putting him mid tier. There's just, I don't know what it is about him, but I feel like his art is just a little bit off. There's just not, it's just, he doesn't look quite as appealing to look at as this one does, who I'm putting up here. That's my final model. That's the one I'm using in the video right now. I like this one a lot. I feel like the colors I used for the shading made him look so much more appealing. And even though I don't think the method between drawing the line art is different between this one this one still looks a lot cleaner. And that's all of my models for the first year I've started VTubing. And they're not going to be the last ones because I'm working on a new VTuber, a new Vroid model, as well as a new 2D model, this time being rigged in Inochi 2D instead of Live 2D, so I still have access to all the features I would want. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.